Please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my latest video has come. And to learn more and to find a video relevant to you, please do check out my videos list.
Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan. Once more with you from your very own channel, Astro Assurance. Today we'll talk about why the moon gets exalted in the sign of Taurus and almost 11 places away from its Mool Trikona sign of Cancer. So firstly, when you look at it from a Kalpurush Kundi, you know that moon rules the 4th house. And the 4th house is the house of mother, the nurturer supreme, the supporter, the nourisher. But it is also the house of material benefits, tangible material benefits. Anything and everything that you buy under the sun, which you can call riches, all constitutes or represented by the 4th house, which is ruled by moon. So moon has the 4th house energies, moon has the mother energies, moon has the energies of a nurturer, moon has the energies of a supporter, which means that wherever your moon is placed in the horoscope, that's an opportunity to nurture that area of your life, to support that area of life, to nourish that area of life. And then just like when the mother nurtures the child and the child grows up strong, similarly when you nurture that area of your life, that area also prospers and gets ready to give back to you. That area then becomes a mother to you by virtue of bringing you prosperity, by bringing you nourishment. It in turn becomes your mother or supports you like a mother because you are nourishing that area. Just like a child, when you nourish the child as a mother or as a parent, the child is expected in your old age to take care of you, to stand by you, to support you, to nourish you. Similarly, the area that you nourish in your life, wherever moon is placed, that's an area for you to nurture. So the responsibility given to you wherever moon is placed in your horoscope is to nurture that areas, nurture that relationship, and nurture the attributes of that particular house, because that's not only a responsibility on your karma, but that is also a part of getting the material benefits from that, because moon represents the materialistic benefits in your life. So moon definitely gives you an opportunity wherever it is placed in your horoscope to get nourishment from it. Moon is also in a way a standby for you. So if in your career or in any other attributes where you are getting your 11th house or 2nd house connected, or your 6th house getting connected to service or job, for some reason they are not able to give you fruits or bear you fruits, then your fallback can be where your moon is placed, because that becomes a place where if you nurture that particular area, if you nurture that house, then in turn that can also nurture you back, support you back. And so moon's placement in the horoscope is very, very critical, because you are supposed to be the mother of that area, of that house and that relationship wherever moon is placed. So each of the planets placed in your horoscope are very, very karmic placements. They are signifying something for you. They are saying something to you. They are communicating something to you. You can't miss that communication. You can't miss that manifestation. You can't miss that attribution. So remember this, that wherever moon is placed in your horoscope is a responsibility for you to nurture that area, nourish that area, and in turn you get nourished and supported in the long run. So that's a responsibility for you. You need to understand that, and you need to at least walk that path. Whether you expect something in return or not from that relationship, from that house, or you don't fall back on the particular house or its attributes for, say, to become a sucker for you. However, if you still walk the path of you being a nourisher for that area, that's a responsibility for you, that's a karma for you. And moon in turn then adds value to wherever the material benefits are coming from you, for you. For example, whether moon is placed in the 4th house or not, or whether moon rules the 4th house or not in your horoscope, wherever it is placed, moon, if you're strengthening the moon by strengthening the area or the house where moon is placed, moon in turn, or moon strength, because moon is the karaka of the 4th house, moon strength in turn strengthens your 4th house, and your 4th lord also gets strengthened, and through that the material benefits comes to you. So it's a critical placement. Moon is also your manas, moon is also your mind. So it's important that you give due attention to wherever the moon is placed in the horoscope. One of the reason also is that apart from being called the Manas, shlokas also tell us that wherever the mind goes, the soul goes too, which means your soul moves in the direction of where your mind is. So if your mind is going in a certain direction and soul is also going in that direction, if you become too materialistic about wherever moon is placed, then soul does not like that. Soul does not want you to be materialistic. Soul wants you to be a mother in that area. And then when soul follows the same path as the mind follows, the moon follows, and soul sees that you are becoming a mother, or you are supporting others, you are providing succor to others, nourishment to others, then the soul also gets nourished. So the nourishment of the soul comes from how you are nourishing the area where moon is placed. Because it's important, if soul is following in the direction of the path of the moon, moon leaves a trail of nourishment. So when the soul walks the same path, soul is also nourished. And this is more at a spiritual realm, not a materialistic realm. Which means that you need to be ready to get less from that area, less from that relationship, and you get more spiritual elevation through that means. So moon is placed, for example, in the 5th house, supporting or nourishing children, supporting or nourishing your hobbies or what you like to do, supporting or nourishing friends, of those connections or societal connections becomes very, very important. Nourishing or nurturing performances that you can give becomes very, very important. So keep that in mind, that wherever moon is placed is an important placement for you to nurture the soul through the nurturing of that area. Now coming to where moon gets exalted. Moon gets exalted in the sign of Taurus. Taurus, as we know, is 11 places away from the sign of Cancer. Firstly, what does Taurus represent? Numerologically, Taurus is the number 2 in a Kal Purush Kundli, and the number 2 also signifies the moon in numerology, which means when moon gets exalted in Taurus, moon is at home in its own place, becoming related to the number 2. Secondly, by being placed in the sign of Taurus, what is Taurus? Taurus means earning, and Taurus, through its earning or livelihood that it gives you, becomes your mother or becomes a mother to the Lagna. Taurus is the second to the Lagna. The earning of the Lagna comes from the 2nd house, or the earning of any house or the rewards of any house comes from the house second to it. So being second to the Lagna, the livelihood that one earns becomes the nourisher for the Lagna. And because Lagna is you, so in turn Taurus, the sign of Taurus, becomes your nurturer by providing you livelihood, by providing you your earning, and becoming the house which can also support you to save. If you earn enough and you believe in saving, that also allows you to save. But in terms of nourishing the Lagna, Taurus sign becomes the mother to the Lagna in a sense of the livelihood perspective, the nurturing perspective. But this is a very, very limited perspective. This is not as large as the moon, which nourishes all round and not only from a livelihood perspective. But moon's exaltation in Taurus sign means that here moon comes and helps the Taurus sign to become the mother. And so when moon comes in the sign of livelihood, of earning, moon gets exalted, because Taurus is anyways the nurturer and moon is the nurturer supreme. So when moon comes into Taurus, the money sign of Taurus, which is also giving you livelihood or giving you nourishment, here moon has come into Taurus to give you nourishment supreme, or a no limited, unbarred nourishment that moon can give you when it comes in the sign of Taurus, but with its own limitations, with its own challenges. Everybody whose moon gets exalted doesn't mean rainfall of materialistic favors that the zodiac gives you. One dissemination of that is that materialistic favors will come to you. However, the larger perspective is Taurus also signs for principles and values and family, which means you need to nurture others, starting with family. The Prophet Muhammad said that the best charity, one of the best charities that you can do, is to support and nurture your family, and charity begins at home. So if you don't support and nourish your family first, but if you're nurturing others, outsiders, then there is a challenge here. So moon coming into Taurus, which is also the sign of family, which means you need to nurture the family first and nourish your principles and values. So in your earning, in your savings, and how you nurture the family, you need to cater to your principles and values, and you should not move away from that. That's one. Second, after the first step is to nurture your family, but after that you need to nurture others. Why? Moon is getting exalted 11 places from itself. What is the 11th house? The 11th house is the Murti Trikona sign of Saturn. Saturn rules the destitute. Saturn rules the poorest of the poor. And the 11th house is the house of society, social masses, which means moon is getting exalted 11 places from itself, which means you need to be mother or nurturer or supporter to the masses, the world at large, if possible, and starting with the family, and next the poorest of the poor, the destitute, the people who are right down the social order. You need to support them, and you should start with supporting those people who support you. So the maid servant who comes to help you, your driver, or anybody and everybody, including your security guard, anybody who you come in touch with on a day-to-day basis, who work below you, who serve you, your job, your responsibility is to nurture them in some way or the other, if possible beyond the salary also. Keep them happy, give them more than they expect, give them more than the social norms, take care of them, treat them with respect, and then take a step further. The more that you are being showered the gifts from the zodiac, the more you share, because the more nourishment given to you is not for yourself. The more nourishment given for you is to nurture others, because here the role of the mother is given to you, because you are in the sign of Taurus, which is nurturing the Lagna, and moon has gone into Taurus, means here the role of the mother or the role of the nourisher is given to you. So unless you nourish others, the zodiac will not keep showering gifts at you or on you. So when you have a exalted moon, and if you start with the premise, I am going to earn a lot, moon is exalted, and if that's the premise, then you will seldom see that moon rewards you. But if you come with the premise, and in your mind you are that, okay, my moon is exalted, and I am going to be the nourisher, I am going to give back to society. I will start with family, I will nurture and nourish the family, but not completely, I will not go overboard. I will do it within the certain limit, and I will do it with my principles and my values, not letting go of them, carrying the family's values forward, and then use the blessings of the zodiac to nurture others, to nourish others. And in doing that, I will do my karma. That is my purpose of life. That becomes my karma, because moon's path is being followed by, in the same path, by the soul. So in turn, when I am nourishing others, I am nourishing my soul, and through that my spiritual elevation will happen. So if you have that means, if you have that approach, then sooner than later you will find moon gives you an opportunity. Moon creates those opportunities, because moon is also creativity. So moon gives you enough creativity and gives you the opportunities and opens doors for you, or at least opens your mind's doors and gives you avenues. So if your moon is exalted, then trust your thinking, trust your creativity, but also take wise counsel, so that you know you are moving in the right direction, and you will find that moon gives you a lot of opportunity to be more creative and to nourish a certain talent in your life, nourish a certain area in your life, and through that get your means and get your nourishment, and through that help others, and eventually elevate your soul. Now, one of the things is that moon in Taurus, exalted Taurus, doesn't mean that everything is hunky-dory and everything is goody-goody. Sometimes an exalted moon can also be a troublesome feature if you don't know how to channelize your energy. An exalted moon is like this mischievous child, or the child who just can't sit in one place, who is always on his or her feet. Ever dealt with a child who may be between 4, 5, or maybe between 4, 5 or 10 years, or even 12, 13 years, and the child is not able to sit in his place, is all the time fidgeting with something or the other, touching, and very, very curious. It's very, very difficult to handle such a child. Your moon, when getting exalted, becomes that kind of an energy. You just don't know what to do with so much energy. Your moon is, or your mind is all over the place. And sometimes I've also seen with an exalted moon, sometimes people getting into challenges with the mind, overthinking, anxieties, frustrations, sleeplessness, weird dreams can also become one of the things that afflict such a person. But a exalted moon 11 places from itself can also bring in a lot of intuition for you, which means some things are given to you, some things are told to you in your dreams. So pay attention to what your dreams are. Every dream you don't need to think about it, what does this mean, what does this mean. But there will be some special dreams which will be signs for you, which will give you the path, which will give you some signals about impending danger, or will tell you which direction to move, or will solve things for you in your dreams. So pay some attention to your dreams, to the vivid dreams. Even weird dreams comes to you. More anxiety filled dreams means you're not channelizing the moon's energy well, you're not nourishing the brain, or you're not nourishing the area of life where moon is exalted in well, or where moon is placed. So it's a signal for you that if you're not getting used to, or if you're not utilizing the energy is giving to you, then those energies will in turn not be useful to you, and in fact may go south for you. So be careful with an exalted moon, because sometimes it can go all over the place and can also become troublesome for you, because you're not able to control the energies. And if there are any aspects on an exalted moon of either Rahu or Saturn, or even of Ketu, or any other malefic for that matter, lesser extent is Mars and Sun, then there can also be challenges in your thinking. There can also be depression, issues related to mental challenges also. So if you have an exalted moon but under affliction, then this becomes a greater challenge for you. So be careful when it is. The best way to handle an exalted moon is to keep your mind under control, meditate, think of what you can do for others, think of taking care of your family, living a life of principles and values, and doing for others. And if you make that as your mantra, then your soul is at peace and your mind will also be at peace, and you will find that the spiritual elevation comes to you. And this is one of the best rewards for you to take care of your karma and pay off your karmic debt. An exalted moon also means to help and support and service people who are motherly figures. So women usually who are at older age, who are much older than you in age, to take care of them, to serve them, or to serve institutions which cater to or support such women, is one of the areas for you to work on. Or in any case, supporting women or supporting the girl child who can't support themselves or in a spot of bother is another thing that you can do beyond helping women of older age. And the last, if you find that you are in too many directions, if you can't think, take up one cause, nurture that one cause. If you're not able to relate to any specific one, or take care of the girl child or the older women or whatever, pick up one cause which is true to your heart or related to the career that you're doing, and in that cause help and support and nurture others, and you will find that sooner and then later your mind will be at peace. You will get more materialistic favors also. The zodiac will be happy with you also. So friends, look into your horoscopes, understand where your moon is placed. If you have an exalted moon, then work cut out for you. If you don't have an exalted moon, still work cut out for you in terms of nurturing and supporting others in the line of where moon is placed. If you are able to do that, then this is the starting point for you to get both your mind, your materialism elevated, and your soul elevated too. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation for me, please reach out to me. The links given below. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan signing off.